And welcome back. When we last left off, the party had cinematically and handily defeated Wolf Sauron, the creature who had previously been killed by Halloweth with a headshot, the spirit of which was then thrust magically by Gwaihir into a dreadful werewolf, a bipedal wolf that, with the help of some really crafty ingenuity by Beery, some quick thinking by Tanel, and some absolutely insane combos by Halloweth, you defeated him. Bonus points because okay, for those listening on the podcast,
What the hell?
apparently there's a rock on version of the mech gesture, and Zach had a bunch of lasers
Do it
behind
again.
him.
Do it again.
Do
You
it
just
again.
turned into classical Greek laser guns.
This is the
final
brand,
form.
baby.
This is
Hell
the brand.
yeah.
You
This
just
is
I'm so glad that was a thing. I didn't know that was
Even
That's
cooler.
amazing.
outstanding.
Podcast viewers, you are missing out. This is fun.
You
Who
guys.
knew? Who knew
Oof.
Zoom could do this?
Bonus content.
Oh my God. I love it. That's the first video you post to TikTok after coming back for a year.
The next one, maybe.
We'll
see.
Maybe it should be a Brendan Lee Mulligan clip, but that's just me. Anyway, we are going to pick things up. Oh no, sorry, couple of reminders. Havari was in the bushes and helped save Thranduil and not Thranduil, Tariel and Faramir's life, because bonus points. Tariel, you saved Faramir, which was one of the sort of secondary objectives of this campaign, because I was also prepared to sort of have him shipped off to Mordor if you didn't save him after 4 turns.
My
So
boyfriend, no.
your boy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to pick things up immediately after the battle takes place, because Tinel, Havari is going to come immediately rushing towards you as you are sort of like watching as Beery recovers from his injuries with one health left. She's going to make a beeline for you. Faramir also just kind of heaving and puffing as around you the dead bodies of the wargs and the werewolf and everything just litter the mud. I stole a horse. I stole an elf's horse. He was yelling Tariel's name, and so I went up to him, and then I saw you almost fall from a really big. I stole a horse, and then I saw you out here, and then so I stole his horse, and then I came here.
You didn't listen.
No, I did listen.
Tanel grabs her face and just kisses her forehead and just walks away, just like so thankful.
Drink for forehead kiss.
Yeah.
This is platonic. This is platonic.
It's purely platonic.
This is a mother
End
kissing
of
her
moment.
child.
We should go and maybe what is that thing?
Bring the horse
Okay.
to me.
Okay. You bring the horse out. Make me an awareness check, please.
Okay. Oh, good thing that's with favor.
It is with favor, yeah.
20. Yeah, we're all good.
20?
Oh.
Yeah, cool. It's Rayval's horse.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Tanel is going to lead the horse over to Beery and very gently start to pick Beery up and get him onto the horse.
Halloweth will help because he's right next to you.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
You guys lift Beery up. Faramir, sort of from his sitting position, goes, "May I?" And you guys also lift him up as well. Havari is just going to very gingerly, should we, and she's pointing to werewolf Saruman. Should we take that to, like, I heard it talking and I feel like maybe we should examine it or something.
Hide as he gets like propped up onto the horse and he's got his bum arm like in his apron kind of thing. He's just gonna keep repeating one thing: hide.
I will. Halloweth will turn back and say, of course, Beery.
Does he want to skin the werewolf?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And
Yeah.
Halloweth will like flip out a knife and just kind of look at the
Not now.
grotesque
Not now.
mess.
No, we have to go back into the walls where it's safe. Please, let's go.
It's not really an animal, though, is it? I mean, it is It is Saruman. Beery, are you sure you need that?
Hide.
Okay, just grab him. Can we
all
go,
right.
please? I
Yeah,
do not want to be here.
by all means, head off. And Halloth will look to say, I will catch up with you. Give me a second. And he's gonna
Okay.
go and he's gonna get some very weird, grim satisfaction out of doing this.
Okay.
Y'all are messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of those Halloweth moments where you go, oh, right. Just
Yeah.
about his whole personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will say, Tariel, Tanel, you two both take Havari, Beery, and Faramir up to the houses of healing. Halloweth, you are
Yeah.
alone, just sort of skinning this sort of beast, just kind of taking a look at it, like, all right, can I hoist this over my shoulder? You hear a voice call out from behind you. Sorry, I'm late, but what are you doing?
Halloth will go to attention, have the knife, flip it round, and have it in a regular grip and point it at the voice.
Cool. Trevor, come on in.
Oh, what?
Shut your mouth.
No
Are you messing with us?
I knew you were writing to me.
You
I
Let
knew
him
it.
in here right now.
Or you
I said,
called it.
I
Oh my
knew
God,
it.
my boy! No way! So
Oh!
soon after?
Trevor! Oh
gonna
my
cry.
Oh my
God.
God!
God.
My heart.
Where is
No
that
way.
face? Where is that cutie patootie? Let me see him. Oh
Where's
my
my
God.
boy? Let me see
Where's my
I'm about
boy?
to pass out. What the hell?
I
Oh my God.
knew it. I said
Oh,
Don's
no.
being weird.
I got on mute.
Oh
no!
no.
No, no!
Oh no.
He's
stuck in the
guest
void.
limbo. Oh,
Oh my
no.
God.
Holy shit!
He's stuck on the river Styx.
Save Trevor.
Save
Oh
him.
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
you walk up, you see Erkurion, and he's like, he can't speak. He's
He just
mind
dumbfounded.
linking to you.
he's
He's
like weirdly
Yeah.
like
He's trying. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there he is.
No!
Oh,
Oh,
my goodness.
so I'm very good at entrances, Don. It's one or the other. Um.
oh my God, you're
Oh,
here.
amazing.
Oh my God.
So
Okay,
cool.
I'm so sorry to break the moment, Don. You had this perfectly timed up, and it was all on me. Okay. Character. Halloweth is walking around, and then you hear from. I'm narrating for you now. Alone again, I see. As we met.
He's gonna have the knife on his hands and he's gonna flip it around again and he's going, we have to stop meeting like this. He's gonna embrace, like he's gonna be really thankful that you're here, kind of tug it in. Like,
Ah.
what the devil are you doing? I thought you were leading your own people. What's
Well, lots going on, a lot of things to get straight here. I've been mostly spending a lot of time here in the House of Healing because, as you can imagine, there's a lot to be done. But I've been spreading the word. Where's everyone else? I would love to see them and check in with everyone.
They've headed back to the White City, also to the Houses of Healing. Barry regrettably is looking a little worse for wear, so he needs as much attention as physically possible. He's then going to point down his knife to a half-skinned wolf. Down. No fucking way! What?
Shut your mouth, Don!
as the two of you
Oh my
point
God!
towards.
Oh my God! Okay, cool.
Get in
Yes.
here.
I-
Get in
You know
here.
this, Don.
Don, you're not slick. I know your tells.
Ah,
Tori
Christ
can read
alive!
you.
I am not
Okay.
gonna survive. I'm not.
Bloody hell! What is happening?
Wait, I'm gonna do an Anna Maria right now.
Yeah, there you go. And it is.
We can hear your echo,
Yeah,
Anna Maria. I
it's
don't
the-
know if you.
Hey! Hey!
Has been protected.
Fantastic.
It's
Oh my
perfect.
God.
It's perfect timing because Halloweth, as you point down to Werewolf Saruman,
Yeah.
You hear the thudding of hooves, and the rest of you are, as you head up to the houses of healing, you're going to cry. People cry out, "Look, it's the elf lady. There she is." And gleaming on this pure white horse, riding through Pelennor fields, past the Ents every few hundred yards, through the muck and the dirt, the gleaming white royal majesty, comes a very pregnant elf on a very fast horse. Hi, Anna Maria. How you doing?
I'm doing so well. It's so lovely to see y'all again.
Oh my lord.
Wow.
You have
Oh
been
my
missed.
goodness. Yeah.
We've had one special guest.
Christ alive. Okay. Bloody hell. Well, a shaking hand now points down to the shaman. He may like emit just as he sees Arwen go across his fast horse to go and just in pure Elvish, just fuck. Okay.
Erkurion senses the tone and goes, "Beery, it's that bad?"
No.
Because that's what I've just heard.
No, I know. No. Beery, he will be okay. He's in the house. I'm sure he'll make it through. He is as stubborn and stout a heart as any. This, and he gestures once again for the 9th time at this half-skinned wolf, is Saruman. And he looks Saruman the Skinned. And
it's a lovely new name you have for him. How
this is
how
the
did
second
you?
time I've done this? Well, through no less the power of friendship once more, through some grit, determination, and the occasional bout of pure rage, we find ourselves here, and he is looking as pathetic as ever. So his voice shall ring out no more in these fields. And he continues to skin and say, "If you would like to catch up with the others, I will be done here momentarily." And he just starts like down. You can tell that he's getting some weird, like, grim extra satisfaction from just peeling this werewolf skin off, looking at it and being like, this is the second time, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Yeah, peels it off.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do in the interest of expediency and as to not do a bunch of crossovers, meet cutes. You are all eventually, hide in hand, going to find yourself in the houses of healing where Beery is getting tended to by someone. Anna Maria, this is Trevor Collins. Trevor Collins, this is Anna Maria. Anna Maria, Trevor is the is playing Erkurion, the very safe white boy who saved his family. And so we have the very, microcosm story of a young boy out to save his farm, but way bigger scale. And Trevor, this is the woman that broke my game.
Hell yeah.
Truly.
It is so nice to put a face to the breaker.
My honor. That's what I'm here to do.
It's very nice to meet you. I hope you're well.
Absolutely lovely to meet you as well.
So you all are going to find yourselves in the houses of healing where Beery is getting tended to by a few folks fussing over him as one of the few dwarves. And it's going to be about, she's a mom, 10 minutes. You are going to hear before you see a dwarven woman whose voice is the highest it can possibly be. "Let me through. That's my son." And Beery, your mother, comes rushing towards you. Oh.
Sorry.
Fans weep.
I turned my mic down specifically so that wouldn't be heard. I'm sorry.
No.
That was not soft
This is
enough.
exactly
Didn't
what
get
we
away
need.
with it.
I didn't. Bollocks.
He didn't
Okay.
want to get away with it.
My dad. Well, I thought it was more than I did. Oops. Okay.
I'm going to share screen once again, just because I want to give Trevor and Anna Maria the full scope of, hey, meet Vroki, Beery's mother.
No.
I can see the resemblance.
A hardy woman.
I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Arwen would give her life for this dwarf. Oh my heart.
We all would.
As would we all.
Look at those eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So green.
A kind soul.
Barry,
Those
Barry
locks
has his
have-
mother's beard. It's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
It was very tempting of me to not just take your mini, Max, and just make it into a dwarf.
You
woman.
like face tune it.
Little bit. But you see her immediately rush to your side. My
Oh.
boy. She glances at your shoulder, which is currently being wrapped. Are you all right? You're
All right, easy now. And he's like pull the covers over his head like a like a
Don't you
teen.
walk
It's
away
like,
from me,
oh,
boy.
mom, quit
Don't you
fussing.
walk away from me. Don't. And she just kind of lip quivering. Are you all right?
Oh, don't give me that look. I'm totally fine. Okay, all right. It's not what you think. It wasn't flubberworms. It was, in fact, a great white wolf. But we defeated it.
Did you strike the killing blow?
I mean, no one's keeping track and score or anything like that. So don't worry. No, I had my hands in it. Don't you worry. Yeah.
Oh, is he safe? And you see the delightful young woman who is just sort of taking care of you. Go, he will live, my lady, but he is going to need a few moments to
Beery
heal.
reaches out and tries to grab her hand and just like mouths, help me. Help me.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
What are the rest of? Are we just hanging out? What are we
guys
doing?
This is sort of the around the hospital bed moment as the mother bursts forward. You will all have the moment to catch up, but
Okay.
Oh yeah, no. Tanel's in the room, arms crossed, watching Beery.
Beery, did you?
Yes. And there's a 6.
Aw, yeah.
Nice. Amazing. You are going to see this woman immediately get the vibe, nod. Master Beery. Or sorry, I did your mom's voice. And this one. Sorry. Master Dwarf, would you prefer to perhaps rest somewhere more private? That way, when visiting hours are available, your mother can spend as much time with you alone as you want. Would that be all right, Mrs. Master? I didn't catch your name. I am Vroki, mother of Beery and wife of a burned dwarf. And I find your demeanor quite calming. So thank you. Yes, I'll go get you food.
And ale, please. We need a round.
Very well. And she immediately sprints out into wherever she is going to go to get food. And you are all ushered into a somewhat more private room. And the woman is going to say, this is Eorith. She is going to tend to your wounds now. She is our most healed nurse. And you see there are 2 beds, one with Faramir laying on it and one with you.
Him and I, we have like a Lieutenant Dan situation going on. Not a
Yeah.
Side by side. Oh my god.
Oh no.
And also, please tell me that Beery's getting the Frodo treatment like he did when he wakes up in Rivendell and he sees all the companions shuffle in one by one in the sunlight.
It does occur to me now that I should have introduced Erkurion and Anna Maria that
happens
way.
now.
But it happens now. You walk in and the sun hits just in the sky perfectly. That the silhouette, who could that possibly? It's Erkurion. And it's Arwen. It's both of them.
Yeah. I was like, you have to be overexposed. So we just have to raise the brightness.
Yeah, throw a filter on it or something.
He reaches a hand out like to both of them. It's like his kind of one good. He got bit in the shoulder, left shoulder, right, Don?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he just kind of reaches out to him and is like, oh, please tell me I'm not dead. All I'm saying is angels.
Beatty, Melon, what has befallen you?
Hey, it's just but a flesh wound. Don't you worry a bit. All right, I'll be fine.
That's a nasty chunk for a flesh wound, friend. How long have you been here?
We just arrived. Yeah. Just like, but today has it been today? And he looks to like Hal or Tintor.
Can Halibut be fucking wearing? Like,
you got it. Oh,
covered in. He's gonna be covered in blood. And be like, I don't think this is a dream, Barry. And he comes in like smelling horrendous, like dumps the hide like next to him, and like clasps his good shoulder. He's like, I got it.
Thanks, chap.
He's like glowing. This is great.
Arwen, also covered in blood, having just come in from a bunch of battles, takes in the scene, says hello to everyone, and I think asks some nurses about the real state of Beery's condition because he's not going to give her a straight answer. Just sort of, and maybe like check. He's going to fuss over Beery for a bit to see if he needs some extra Elvish
I don't, yeah.
Take your beautiful damn hands off me. I'm fine.
Barry, it's so good to see you in great spirits. No wound could ever keep you down. The leader of the great Beery foursome. Ah, ha, ha.
I like this. It has a good ring to it, like a proper anvil has a great ring to it.
Let me just say, I know you've only been in what it sounded like just today, but I've been telling everyone I know about this party. And I just met with Halloweth. Like, you slayed Sauron for the second time, all of you? Saruman for the second time? Incredible. Well, I would think no less from Beery and the triplets.
We should start a band.
Yeah.
Trevor, you have
should.
inadvertently given me the best new merch idea I've ever had.
No. And of course, I meet and greet with everybody, but respectfully, I see. Actually, I do want to ask: would I know Arwen? Would I know of Arwen before I introduce myself?
I'm gonna let the dice decide this one. Make me a lore check, because at the very least you will have heard word of her name, because she is literally famous in this city.
Right.
She's our freaking Joan of Arc, basically.
Yeah, straight up.
All right.
And Trevor, just so you have like a visual, this is the most I don't know if you've ever seen an elf. This is the most pregnant elf you've ever seen. Clearly like 8 months in. She is glowing with a sort of ethereal light, and she looks absolutely battered, like she's been in battle for a week straight.
Got it. Okay.
Six and a half months.
I would give her my life. I would.
Beautiful and seemingly and obviously it seems tough as nails. Okay.
100%.
Her kids are going to come out already wielding swords.
Armed, yes.
Okay, I beat my target by 10 on that. So
yeah, not only have you heard of Arwen, you've heard tale of her love, Aragorn, and the kinship that they shared despite being human and elf. And she stands before you, resplendent, 6.5 months pregnant, covered in mud and dirt.
My lady Arwen, it is such a pleasure to be in your presence. I am Erkirion, son of Imirhil. It is a wonder to meet you. I hope I find you well. I see you've been through some things, a lot of things.
Erkirion, well met, Lord of Gondor. It is my pleasure to return home after a long week, clearing away some riffraff from the surrounding villages. It was I who came and cleared the Ents from around Minas Tirith about 1 week past. And I have spent the last several days battling all sorts of insidious hordes of giant rats and bears and orcs and badgers. Nasty little things when right has gotten to them, I'm afraid.
They don't give a shit.
They really don't. It's a bit of a problem, but I'm glad to say that the villages have been cleansed.
It is so good to hear that. I am so grateful to hear that. After seeing Dol Amroth overrun with Ents, I must seek your counsel as to how we can continue this aid further southwest.
Of course, my sword is yours. Although my armies might not be, we'll see. We'll have to take a look at a map to see how far they can stray.
Of course.
Well met.
Very, very pleasant to meet you. And everyone, I am overwhelmed to see you. Beery, I need to hear of your late machinations. Halloweth, I must know of your latest broodings. Tanel, I need to know how the interns, the Cheese Sisters, are doing. And Tariel, of course, as beautiful as ever. I don't mean to embarrass you, but I believe there's something in your teeth. It is so good to see you all here. And mostly intact once again, looking down at my boy Beery.
She's left. For those of you on the podcast, she's left, and I can't cut it now.
Oh my god.
I can't. So Anna Maria was not on the call, so I'm just gonna let her know.
Oh my god.
Charlotte
put up with
said,
this.
"Hang on, I have something in my teeth," and then I immediately started doing the intro.
It was all canon to me.
This is amazing.
I was gonna cut it, but I can't now.
Can't now.
I love
my
it.
heart has no
Violation.
business feeling this much joy.
Why would you
Quit
betray
it.
me like this?
Wow. That was
It's just
such a
Eric
what an
Kirion leans
intro.
in. I must tell you.
I hate to break it to you, Queen.
Stealth check. Make a stealth check. No, I'm kidding.
Right here.
Just between you and I and no one else.
You know what? Akirion's a good friend for letting her know.
Mhm.
If that were the case, you hate going around all day being like, wait a minute, everybody saw I have this thing in my teeth and nobody told me. What's
You don't
going
want to get
on?
home and see the broccoli.
No. How long would they let me go on like this? So thank you.
As soon as I see you, I'm going to let you know.
This is a man of honor.
Just on site.
A true lord of Gondor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are all going to just sort of be gathered around there for a moment. And after just a few minutes of catching up, you hear the sound of footsteps, really loud footsteps. And the door slams open, and Raval wags a finger. You, pointing at Havari. You stole my horse. I had a good reason to do it.
Just steps between them.
You know this one?
Yes,
What is she to you?
I was training her, and she was very helpful and may have saved our lives. So perhaps watch your tongue.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah, hey. And he like throws like a handful of gauze in his direction. He saved our asses, poet.
Arwen kind of audibly snorts under her breath, but like in a dignified. Trevor, our bard over here definitely made a pass at Arwen, recently widowed, fully pregnant, and he tried to slide.
Yeah, that's Ravel.
Oh yeah, very
Your
bad.
DMs were open. Your DMs were open.
Were they?
No, but he didn't know that. He thought that, he thought that the 3 message limit, that you just see that and would immediately accept.
Right.
I passed, by the way.
You passed.
Yeah.
He's gonna very visibly just, yeah, very well. But where is my horse? You must tell me where my horse is. And you're gonna watch as Havari goes, I left him in the stables. It's a beautiful horse. I can go get. You will come with me right now. And you are going to watch as Raval, uncharacteristically very angry, grabs Havari by the wrist and leads her out.
Watch your no lectures. She's.
Did you teach her to steal horses too?
Ravel, look at the state of Beery. It was worth it.
He looks at you for the first time. You saved his life. And you're going to just watch Havari give a very quick nod. Then you have my thanks. Havari. My name is Havari. Havari, I apologize. Would you please show me to my horse? Yes. Thank you for... And she's going to look very pointedly at you, Tanel. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you for asking nicely. I will escort you now. And a little bit less tension. Havari exits. Faramir is now going to chime in.
Tariel is just going to watch like Raval like go back and forth like this whole thing, and as he walks by, she starts to be like, and he's gone, like didn't even acknowledge his commander. What?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make me an insight check, Tariel.
Okay. Because like, damn,
did the character growth happen off screen?
What happened?
Did it not?
3, 6. 10, 11, 17 with a 6.
With the 6, I will say Raval has changed, and for the better. I think you think back to your last conversation where he apologized for being too forward, and knowing that Tanel was listening and realizing that he needed to sort of change himself. Something switched within him. I think you will also gain with that 6. This is a very important horse to him.
Yeah.
And there's not much more to be said because he's gone. You can talk to him later.
Okay, can I just for me, how long has it been since we last saw him?
For you all, it's probably been about a week. I don't have the exact number sort of in my head right now, but you've spent the better part of since Arwen left traveling down to Tolfalas, the island, with Erkirion, and then traveling back up to Minas Tirith. So the multiple days, I'm going to say it's been like 6 or maybe 7 days since that all happened. Arwen has been clearing out most of Gondor. Erkirion, on a much bigger, faster boat, got there way ahead of you with his dad, started setting things up.
Damn, Raval, that's a lot of growth in a short amount of time. Okay. Thanks. File that away.
I think at this point, Faramir is going to chime in and say, "Well, you have my thanks at the very least, Master Beery, for all of you saving my Lady Tariel. Thank you." And you can tell he's kind of woozy. He's
Can
kind of woozy.
Oh.
He's not.
can Halworth go and kind of check on him and do a
Yeah,
healing?
yeah. Go ahead.
He's gonna generally do his little elven healing check for
Yeah,
this
go ahead and
guy.
make me a healing check.
I have not done this in a hot minute, so this will be fun. Oops, sorry.
Wolf pelt and all.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Ripping.
Wow,
It's
even
more of a
with favor.
Saru mantle now, you know?
Ooh.
Oh,
Take a hope point.
oh,
Still got
I
it.
reward the puns.
oh man. I do. Wow, I do not pass my target number even with a 6. I do get a 6 though, but I miss it by 1.
In missing it by 1, that meets it. So the 6 adds an
Oh.
additional point of
Oh,
success. And if it's by
huzzah.
1,
Okay,
yeah. So
cool.
yeah. You look at his injuries.
Mm.
He's been sort of like, for lack of a better term, he's been thrown around. He's been manhandled. He's been whatever happened. He got thrown out of his seat and he was fireman carried down a bunch of rocks and cliff faces and just like Merry and Pippin tied to the backs of the orcs, but like way worse and with like no compunction of like we need to keep him alive or comfortable or like they're not for eating. Like this was he's beat the hell up real bad. But
Okay.
you're
Sorry.
sensing enough that like it's nothing malicious. There's no dark magic within him. He's just injured.
I'm assuming most of the healers in the House of Healing are human, right?
Yes, they are
Okay.
almost entirely human.
Okay, can Halworth provide any extra healing for him that maybe they would not know about since Halworth is, to use the technical term, old as shit?
Arwen puts a hand on Hollywood's shoulder and just nods at you.
Oh yeah, please.
I will aid you
Mhm.
as needed, Melon.
Mhm.
Okay. I will say at this point, Arwen, Halloweth, you both sort of start doing your little elvish healing thing. The elderly woman, Yorith, is going to just start fussing and patting you both on the hand. Like, what are you doing with my patient? Please, I am trying to nurse both of these two
Can
very
Tariel
important.
just sort of gently interpose an arm in front of her and guide her back and say, "My lady, I am sure you are most competent in your art, but if I may, watch and learn."
Do the elves have some sort of
Yes.
special?
Yes.
Then I would be delighted to know.
Moreover, my good lady, I know they say in this city the hands of the king are the hands of a healer. I bear the king now.
Give me, actually, no, I'm making an insight check for your thing.
You
I'm
are the
gonna do-
king now, bitch.
Wow.
I can't argue with it.
I'm gonna do that with favor because I really want Yoris to put this together.
Absolutely.
The
Come on, Yoris.
Gandalf. It's a
Oh,
Gandalf.
hell
Period.
yeah.
Perfect.
Period.
Nice.
You're gonna watch as Yorith looks to your face, to your ears, to your pregnant belly, to your face again. The legends are true then? The elf woman that our lost king so loved before his passing? You bear his heir.
Both
And
of
she
them.
reaches out a hand, not unlike what happened in the paths of the dead towards your stomach.
I take her wrist for a second and then place it gently. And I say, I bear both of them.
It bursts into tears. Absolutely bursts into tears beside herself.
I
I
was just
had
sort of
no
nod.
hope.
Ira just nods and gestures over to Halwith, shall we?
Yes.
Tariel's just going to be like,
yes,
she
and
has that effect on people. Yes.
Barry's right in the bed right next to him, just
I
crying.
Arwen turns to Barry and is like, "You're on thin ice. I am not convinced about that chunk taken out of your shoulder, mister. You're right afterwards."
yeah, probably. Okay. And Howard's going to take your oath and be like, if you would like to learn, please. And he searches to try and say this nicely. Compose yourself.
Of course, of course, I shall tend to Master Faramir. You shall tend to your dwarven friend. I'm terribly sorry, I did not catch your name.
Hello, greetings. I am Haloweth, and I shall be tending to first the noble Faramir with the help of Arwen and Dormia, and then we will tend to our friend Barry. And he looks to Barry and he kind of looks at, gives him eyes to be like, dude, you okay?
Oh, and he's like, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. First, Faramir, please, this should not.
It's truly Halloweth. I appreciate it, but it is truly not necessary. I am fine. Please help.
Arwen heaves a sigh and is like, "I'm too pregnant for this. Can we all please stop?"
Make me a healing check, Anna Maria.
Okay, yeah. So, do you want healing checks from both of us?
Both of you. Give me healing.
Yeah. Okay, I know it's been a week in game time. It's been half a year in Anna Maria time. Remind me. I roll a D12.
And as many D6s as are in your healing diamonds.
I'm present.
23 with a 6. This bloke should be healed.
Cool.
His legs are about to regenerate.
Yeah,
but they're like
the
Deadpool legs,
lizard
right?
gene. Just
like baby feet at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, Anna Maria, did you pass?
Passed +1.
Okay. You both look over their wounds and see that while they are severe to a point, given enough time, there shouldn't be any lasting injury. I will say, in both of you succeeding, the amount of time that will take to recover from this injury for Beery, at least, because he had the bite and Halloweth sort of using him as a sort of jumping off catapult, he's a little bit more hurt than Faramir, and it may take him a little bit more time than normal to recover. Beery, you remain at 1 HP for the time being, but with successful healing checks, I will say Yorith will attempt to do her healing as you all apply yours and sort of acknowledging the wounds, treating what needs to be treated, but you're free to do what you will with the time you're given.
Okay. Ooh, so many options.
Yeah. Yeah. Emotional damage.
Mm-hmm. We could dish that out for sure.
Or nonsense and shenanigans.
Oh, I mean, you know where I stand on this. John, this wound, is it this like horror? Like, what does it look like when the gauze come off?
Yeah, I'll say after a little bit they change your just your bandages are taken off and it's big bite marks, like big teeth sunk deep into your flesh, and it's like a pattern almost, like you have two semicircles, one on one side of your shoulder, one on the other. It would make a badass tattoo, but Throbbing is nowhere to be found.
Awesome scar.
I will also say you feel that shoulder, your dominant shoulder that you swing the hammer with. It feels like it's drooping just a little bit more than your other one. Like the weight, the displacement of it, Halloweth's jump, it twinged something, the equivalent of pinching a nerve. There's a little bit of damage.
Where is Gorge?
Oh, Gorge is up there right by his side. I apologize, I completely forgot because we had two guests and I had to coordinate that.
I'm imagining, like, do you guys if you have like pets that they'll like lay right between your legs on a bed, that's where Gorge
so
is.
Under the covers is a big old lump.
Go on top of the covers.
Oh, okay. Well, cozied up. They don't have any personal space, so there's just a big lump at your legs.
Damn, Beery's packing. What?
I'm sorry. What happened?
That's a hog. Yeah.
Because it is. Because it is.
So upsetting.
Oh man, nobody else could have said it. Just walked up, Barry. That's quite a hog. Is Barry's mom still present, or was she the one that left?
She is out leaving, getting food.
Okay. I was going to indulge in the religion of Beery essentially, with her, the worship of Beery.
No,
But
don't you dare.
Can Tariel approach Beery's bedside? Unless Max, if you want to do something.
Oh no, please. I just didn't want to interrupt.
No, well, nor I you. No, so Tariel, after all of the healing has passed and there's a little breath, she will approach Beery and like reach to take one of his hands, if she can take a hand. And just say, Beery, I thought I knew aught of dwarves. I did not know until today that they could fly.
Well, you see, over short distances, you bet, but long ones are a little tough on the landing. You know, we were born without wings, you see.
I see. Yeah, I was worried for a moment. I thought you were going to go to the stars without me.
Oh, never. And he gives her hand like kind of a little weak squeeze.
All right. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
All right. She'll just like that's it. Check in moment, set your hand down.
As she tries to release his hand, he keeps holding onto it. Hi, Commander. Thanks for everything. Like, you showed such bravery today.
He's delirious. No, no, that's actually very on brand for Beery. I did what we always do for one another, and we're fortunate that it all turned out well with a, little glance at Faramir. Are you quite all right? Your mother, she's
Oh, I don't know what she's doing here. She should be safe and arable. No idea. She's a lot. She's a lot, right?
she seems lovely.
Oh no, she's great.
She cares very deeply for you. You're fortunate.
Thanks. I mean, it's almost just like a little bit too much, you know?
I don't.
Oh, well, it's a bit too much.
Right.
You know, I feel like smothered. All of a sudden, like you threw that, hide over my,
Yes. Yes. I suppose you had to get it from somewhere.
What do you mean?
Nothing. And she will release your hand and give you a little pat on the shoulder and go that way.
And I'm out of here.
I think at this point you are going to hear Faramir chime in. Yes, Master Beery, I have you to thank. I confess I have never seen someone launch themselves out of a catapult. You missed a lot, Trevor and Anna Maria.
I am learning that.
Having the time of my life. Everything is a surprise.
But I thank all of you for your assistance in my rescue, however untimely it might be. I shall mourn my guards. They were good men. And you kind of see him lost in thought, as though like he was powerless to stop this. There's no world that exists where he can fight again the same way he used to. And you sort of watch his face fall in that moment. And he catches himself looking at all of you. Nevertheless, hope remains. And so, Lady Arwen, I would know what has befallen the rest of my kingdom. I assume your safe return can only mean good fortune.
Good fortune indeed, Lord of Gondor. Please do not worry yourself. The work has been done. You may rest now. We've all lost a great deal, and you more than many.
You flat. I'm afraid I have not slept well in many nights, but you honor me by my title of Lord, but I confess I feel not deserving of it. In fact, I feel the least lordly I have in my entire life. I look at you, such as you are, looks down at your belly. My lady, it is not lost on me that the throne of Gondor is rightfully yours till such time as you give birth.
Arwen looks down at her mud-splattered clothes, kind of heaves a sigh. Thrones. Thrones and Gondor and thrones. Let's worry about coronations and thrones and lost kings after the Dark Lord is felled, eh?
And yet the people will look for a leader, such as you are.
And
Or
here he lies, the steward himself. Your line has done a wonderful job of taking care of Gondor for many, many generations. That is not about to change overnight. Yes, I am here. I bear the heirs. I'm here to help. We will worry about succession later. For now, the little battle has been won. This party will go on to win us the war, and then we rebuild. Rest, Stu.
make a persuasion check for me.
I'm so excited to see these two have an inspiration off. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I don't think the internet is ready. Like something's gonna break.
Arwen versus Erkirion fight.
Okay.
Yeah, persuasion.
Hang on, I'm slow rolling. I'm sorry, y'all. I beat it by 6.
In beating it by 6, he is going to very briefly nod. We shall discuss succession if we survive. Oh, and he sort of starts to feel a bit woozy.
Arwen fully lays her hand on his forehead and starts muttering in Elvish healing to help him drift to sleep. And she whispers as he sort of drifts off, she whispers, "Once you have rested, we will honor those who have been slain," and just kind of eases him into chilling out.
He starts snoring.
We did it.
The best sleep that man's probably gotten in months.
Oh, yeah.
For real. Yeah.
The rest of you sit amidst a snoring Faramir, an injured Beery, and the silence of the Houses of Healing.
Can Tariel approach Erkirion? Oh, I'm sorry, Zach, were you about to say something? I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, not at all. Halworth lets out just exactly what Zach just did, which was a sigh, and just goes to a quiet...
With her mantle.
Yeah. Well, no. He's dropped off the hide next to Beery and just props it up as a little victory for him. You did it, bud. We did it. We're all good.
It's starting to stink. Can we get this to a tanner's? A tannery.
Yes, absolutely. And so he's gonna then just lift it up and give it to it. Can you give it to a guard and be like, take care of this. This was slain and holds a lot of meaning to a certain dwarf. And he nods over to the bed, gives the guard a very pointed look, hands it gently. Good.
Right.
I clear my throat from the background and I just kind of give a nod, just to support Halloweth. Yeah, just treat it respectfully. Don't lose it, basically.
Yeah, please.
You watch as he recognizes you, Erkirion, lets go of the hide on one of his hands, holds his arm to his chest and yes, my king, but the weight of the pelt just drops it, and so he's just standing there I go, yeah.
To a tanner, please. And thank
you. Of course. And he rushes out.
Get thee to a tannery.
Get these, yeah. And Halloween's gonna begin to turn to nod at Akirion and be like, oh, he's not used to having basically no authority. And then just slowly sits in the corner. He'll sit on a bench looking at Beery and looking at Faramir, other people who are injured around, and just again take a moment of solitude. But he's gonna keep an ear out in case anyone has a conversation. He wants to know what the hell is happening with Arwen, Akirion, everyone. But he's gonna sit down and absorb it from afar
and brood again.
And you're so
He's
right
the
for that.
brood.
He's so right
yes,
for
he's
that.
just got to
kind of smolder in a corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the vibes.
He needs to go pet a cat at the party. That's what he's
Yeah, for sure.
I'll say, Halloweth, a small orange tabby cat appears a few minutes as you sort of sit in your lap and just sort of snuggles into your...
As with every animal, he's going to look at it and be like, please tell me Guahir didn't send you.
Make a lore check.
Oh, what?
Roll for cat.
No. Wait, this is my background character. This is Bucket, my cat.
This is my backup.
This is my backup, dude.
This is what I'm gonna play if Arwen gets murked.
Yeah, no,
You're gonna soul leap into this.
He beats his target. I
The
dropped a
cat gets
dice.
pregnant. Yeah.
He beats his target number with a 6 by a bunch. Like he's got 20 something, 22, 23-ish.
Cool.
He beats it by a lot.
The cat looks up at you and says, I was only looking for a bit of sun, and curls up into your lap and falls asleep. Not Sauron, just a cat.
Oh, that makes my heart happy. Good.
You like, I have enough pelts.
He's gonna sit, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
He's gonna say, but like, it's a good thing I didn't have to skin you too. And
Oh
just-
my
just
God.
between,
God.
like scratches betwixt the
Elway.
ears.
The cat's like, Jesus.
Who's that? Says
Is
the
that
other
a
cat.
threat? What's going on?
He's gonna,
Oh my Monway.
Hallowett's gonna soak up the sun as well, just there with the cat. He's gonna, yeah, there's gonna be purring there together. It's gonna be sweet.
Oh.
Next
my
campaign,
bloody
are we all
dice.
playing cats?
Oh my
I think Halloweth's been a cat this whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
That is true.
Mm.
Okay, I'll look for that later.
Ooh.
Oh, Beery.
Okay.
We'll go
Yeah.
Beery, then Charlotte.
Very.
Okay. As he's kind of looking around and enjoying the pleasantries and all these beautiful familiar faces, seeing that now the guards are up for dibs for errands. I'm imagining the hall has 2 guards, one on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Ah, you there? Points at the other guard. Aye. Yeah, yes, you. No, not you. You.
Yes, me. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, you. All right. I need 4 things. Right?
Hmm.
I need parchment as much as you can carry, a ruler and a quill, and a cask of wine for my friends.
Persuasion
Get
check
help,
for me, please.
whatever you need to do. I need this like yesterday.
Yeah, and I need a persuasion check.
You know what? I'm gonna
Barry's
spend
like
whole point
running
on
a
this.
command center from a hospital bed. He's like, I need parchment. I need booze.
Just-
I need logistics.
Just like
classic.
Churchill or something.
Yeah.
26 with a 6.
He's
You
gonna,
there?
he's gonna look at you, Beery. Look at you, Erkirion. Look at you, Tanel. Very well.
So I'll just
Very well. And he walks out of the room.
This place is great. There's service around here.
I'm this is all in my head, but I'm basically wanting to, since they're guarding the door for reasons, we are in the midst of a city, so it's not like we're out in the wherever. Are there other guards that are nearby that can shuffle in, or
I will
Or
say
is it-
there are no, I'll say there are a few within the houses of healing, just like helping out, doing what they can, but very heavily armed. You can
Sure.
grab a few of those and just
We
stand
got
up.
our
Okay. I kind of look at another guard off to the side and I just kind of nod to the door to make sure that, we keep the system going.
Grabs his spear off the wall, nods, grabs another one of his buddies. The 2 of them stand out right at the door.
Arwen makes eye contact with you, Etherion, and just sort of gives you a nod of thanks. She looks exhausted and is so excited that somebody's running shit while Faramir is KO'd.
I give a knowing nod to Milady. I look at, and I tip my fedora.
He has also a fedora.
I just do
Arwen
this.
It's a trilby.
Excuse me.
Arwen's like, okay.
It was more of a hand on chest kind of nod. And then I turned to Tariel. I believe I thought you were earlier approaching me.
I was only going to observe that you got here awfully fast. How did you manage that?
It was a ship of great quality that my father had been keeping on that island. I figured if we could make haste to the city to, as quickly as possible, move the machinations into order and be ready for this great party of yours. Oh, and considering the unexpected departure, I kind of pad my pockets and pull out what I imagine I still have. And I believe this is yours. And I hold out the diamond that I pulled from the sea, and I clasp it into her hands, and I say, let this continue to be a sign of hope and the fires that your group continues to kindle in the hearts of my people. And I relinquish it to her.
Arwen is gagged.
Can Tario lean in and give you a little kiss on the cheek?
Sure.
Just a little, not like very chaste, just like a little pat
Sure.
on one side, little peck on the other. I thank you for this with all my heart. And then she will turn and immediately deliver it to Beery. Just, it's still here.
What do you got?
Beery, you know, and she holds it out.
Am I hallucinating?
No. And I hope that this will help you heal. And she'll just press it into your hand and curl your fingers around it. You can thank your friend Kiri for restoring this to us.
Just kind of like looks around Tariel to.
I just mouth.
Arwen kind of sidles up next to Tanel. She all of a sudden looks a lot more awake than she did 5 minutes ago. She's like, Tanel, what's going on with the diamond? What's going on with the diamond? Tell me everything.
That is the thing. Something incredibly beautiful happened during the night, and it appeared and saved us. I have no idea what they did. It is a mystery unto me.
That's right. We haven't actually had to explain this.
But we were able to get back in.
Back in what sense?
A lot has happened. There is a force that is keeping and Tanel really just like kind of blinks and just doesn't quite know how to describe it and goes, it kept the people of Tophalis away. It spurned them. We had to pass through it, and that diamond helped us. Otherwise, we would have been spurned away as well. I think Halloweth might be a better explanation on this, even though he's going to hate that I just said that.
Oh boy.
Pokes the diamond like kind of under his bandages a little bit, like, but now I'm realizing it's on his left shoulder. It's like right above his heart. Back to you, Halloweth.
Before I forget,
no.
before I forget, I want you to take 2 fellowship points, one for Kirion giving it to Tariel and one for Tariel giving it to Beery.
Hell yeah.
We are giving gifts.
We've made it to 20 people. 20 fellowship points.
20.
Yeah, spend them.
Wait, I've got 21. Oh, wait. I think there was one.
We used a couple last
We did.
time.
Yeah.
I think we used, I don't remember.
That's right.
Yeah, Werewolf Saruman was.
I'm really bad at keeping
okay.
20
track of the fellowship.
20 total.
Okay.
Anna Maria, are you going to Halloweth immediately?
I think I do. I think Arwen is just sort of like sidling up to one person after the other because, mind you, she's like 65% interested in the diamond, the rest interested in whatever's going on here. But
yeah, you do get the sense that Tanel's like, no, I noticed. No idea what happened though.
Arwen and Tanel are just like,
just
okay. I also think like throughout all of this, like Arwen has just been sort of like quietly like great, like just giving hugs and like saying, just having a proper hello to everyone. And I think like she gets to Halloweth for sure. Big hug.
Yeah, my lady, you should be resting. Surely you have had a long week.
I'll rest when I'm dead.
Oh boy, let's not go there.
Tariel shoots a look over to Tanel like, but that will never happen, right? No, like she doesn't say that, but it's all in her face. Like, no, that won't happen.
Yeah, just
literally
like
everyone on the roof shares the same look. Like, don't ever even say that.
It's like saying you have a bomb at the airport. Do not do that.
Arwen has that like crazed look in her eyes. She's like, "How are you?"
Boy. I am as well as I can be, I suppose. But he looks down at her belly, her disheveled kind of look, the mud and cake and blood, just everything. Do you need Arwen? You are. And he searches again to try and be polite desperately. You are in a state. Are you really sure you don't need a bathe, a rest, some time to recuperate?
A bathe, a rest, recuperation. You've raised some interesting points, Halwith. Uh, she, she,
Ah,
she, she plops herself down into a chair and asks like a nurse for some water. She's like, resting, recuperating. Tell me about what has transpired since I left you all.
okay. And he kind of delves into a story of, are you aware of the presence of a girdle?
Of a girdle?
Mm, indeed.
Arwen, make me a lore check. Actually, do it with
Surely Arwen
do,
knows of the girdle. It's your
It
great
is
grandmother's girdle.
right.
oh shit, never
Hand
mind.
me
Like,
Yeah.
downs.
Yeah, hang on. Never
It's in the
mind.
I
Yeah.
was
bag.
like,
Sorry.
sure.
No, that was dumb. That was really dumb on my part. I screwed that up. Yeah, of course you know what a girdle is. Your great grandmother was like making one a couple thousand years ago, which is
Yeah.
nothing to elves.
Huh.
Actually, so how that's actually going to rephrase that. I'm going to take
Yeah,
part
go ahead. Go ahead.
responsibility for that and say, you are aware, of course, of the girdle of Melian.
Of course. Family heirloom.
And he'll look to Tanel as well. Is Tanel look like we're still with Barry, or is Tanel looking over to see what's
Tanel
happening
is
here?
standing like a guard in between Faramir and Beery's. Seriously,
Excellent.
just
We recently had a a brief but enlightening interaction with Mithrandir. Before Mithrandir left Minas Tirith, which you obviously are all too aware of, he informed me and enlightened me of certain aspects of myself, such as I myself am a girdle.
How quietly do you say this, Aluith?
I was
Not
just
that,
typing in the chat. Do my elf ears hear that?
not that
Not
quietly.
that okay, cool. So here's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna let the dice decide this. Everybody roll me an awareness check except Arwen. And Zach, if you would like to, roll me a stealth check to say this under your breath.
He's not. He
Okay. So and then anybody that beats it is gonna hear this.
Met.
Met. Okay.
No.
22.
22.
Beat it.
Beery.
He beat his target number. It's not a 22 though.
That's totally fine. You beat it.
oh,
Erkirion.
18.
18. Tariel.
And
Oh
10.
no.
my dice are broken. They're still broken.
Arwen
oh,
Arwen says, so the enchantment lives. The heirloom lives in you?
it would appear so. It would explain a lot, I suppose, in terms of the animals and the environment around me and my connection with magic.
Arwen, I think at this point you are going to think back to Hallowith's seemingly newfound magical powers, the likes of which only like Luthien and maybe a little bit of yourself have wielded in the past in terms of like elf tapping into magic. This is very new.
Well, Halloweth, that would certainly explain the what I would call miracle you wrought in the paths of the dead. You brought me back from the brink of death before the king of the dead.
He also made me talk, I think, just because hi, Halloweth. I'm sorry. I think that was you. And I think the rats at Beery, the rats at, and you see Sir Ratchard and Feanor pop up out of the beards.
No, I know.
Yes, we went on quite the ride not too long ago, but yes, we do attribute that to Master Halloweth and bringing our consciousness to fruition.
He just
Indeed.
does a double take back and forth between the animals and Halloweth, just trying to put two and two together because he's used to dwarf shit, not elf shit.
I think
You know what I mean?
Tariel, you will hear this
I'll
whole
have caught up
conversation
at
and be
this
aware.
point. Like maybe I was just half distracted by the diamond or something for a minute, and she'll just suddenly go, "Wait, what?" And then like figure it out.
Yes, I am a girdle, and I have been providing the magic which allows Gorge, Sir Ratchet, and company to speak. Or
I,
so I'm told by Mithrandir.
Aluith, do you know what this means? You have the power that is the foil to Gwaihir's power. You have the pure power of the Valar, that which does not twist creation, but is a part of the cycle of creation, whereas Gwaihir can only twist that which already exists. You are his foil.
I think at this point, Hallowith, you would remember that you are not the only foil and that the sea monster from a few episodes ago. Yeah, sorry, Anna Maria. Had to pull the
there
fast
was a
It's a couple of them, actually.
Yeah. Potentially, I am one of many, and he will relay the fucking Valar, like being like, "Hey, popping up." Alas, that is not all. I am blessed in that regard, but it does not come without shadow. My sword is that of a double edge. There too exists, and this is also provided to me through Mithrandir. Now that they're all listening, a darkness that has not escaped me. It twists and coils within me. I cannot say when it will completely envelop me, nor will it, but I do know it is present, and that in itself makes me a danger. I cannot say how much so, but I promise you this, especially to those whom I have traveled with for so long and whom I care for so deeply. I will fight it with every aspect of my being. Whatever power I do have is yours. I will fight it with good, without ill intention, and for all of you who mean so much.
Hallowith, take a hope point, and the rest of you take a fellowship point, please. Well done, Zach.
Now you know.
That was very good.
That was the most emotionally vulnerable you've been so far.
I'm gonna cry.
I gotta
Did you
save
say
all
a
my
fellowship
crying.
point as well?
Fellowship point and a hope point for you individually, Hallowith.
Thank you kindly.
Hallowith, you suddenly find yourself blinded by light. Just like out of the blue, just blinded by freaking light.
What the fuck?
And Barry is with his one good hand, with his bedpan all polished up, kind of reflecting like the sunlight coming in from the window. Shinem's like, "Hi, pal, don't you fret. We'll shine plenty of light into you yet." And tosses the bedpan down.
Thank you for the sentiment, Barry. I appreciate that.
Oddly beautiful.
Also,
with the
also it
bedpan,
rhymes.
the thing you shit in, just like shining it in my eyes.
You polish some
Not
shit
yet,
off, and you're like,
It's not that time of day yet. I'm quite regular.
oh, God.
That's not it. He had the regular schedule.
Ah, there it is.
Anna Maria.
For those listening on the podcast, her flashlight's on her phone, and it's awesome.
Just, my eyes. Thank
Is
you,
that a
Barry.
light or a polished bedpan?
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
My
think
heart
at this
can't
point-
take this stuff.
I think at this point you are going to all hear Faramir's snores start to subside as he awakens and says, "I'm terribly sorry. I must have dozed off for a moment or two. Nevertheless, I feel," and he tries to sort of push himself up.
Tanel puts her hand on his shoulder, just
Do not
silently.
Do not make me use the... No.
What you all seem to fail to understand, despite your misgivings about my current condition, there is no time. The enemy is upon us. You saw just now. We must plan. It is lovely that you have all caught up, but we do not have the luxury of time on our side. We must decide what to do next. And that is where we're going to take our 5-minute break.
Cool.
This is so wonderful.
You guys are so awesome. I'm like, I just keep like watching, just witnessing the relationships and speeches unfold. It's good to be back. Just to
We're so
Zach,
glad
to have you
you're
back.
here.
So cool.
when we last left off, a bunch of people just kept talking and revealed a bunch of things about themselves. Hallowith's girdle, Beery's injuries are a little worse than they appear. Erkyrion's just kind of been doing whatever. Anna Maria has been thriving. Sorry, Arwen has, no, Anna Maria has been thriving. Arwen has been fighting a lot. Tariel was handed a diamond, and Tanel has a daughter. We are going to pick up, not metaphorically. I mean, there's like a little sister kind of deal.
I've been training a young girl, and I would die for her now. So
she has a ward.
Yeah, I do have a ward now, I think.
And Tanel has a ward. We are going to pick things up as Faramir comes to consciousness, and he is going to look at Yorith and say, Yorith, the last time I was in here, I was here for 4 weeks, and you would not let me go. I insist, as your steward, you let me go. No, you can have your counsel right here. And she walks out the door, and the guards just kind of nod at her as she nods at them. Well, I don't think I'm going anywhere. Very well. Lady Arwen, Master Erkyrionn, your presence is a surprise, but a welcome one. Tell me, my Lady Arwen, how fares Gondor?
Gondor, my dear steward, fares reasonably well, all things considering. Mithrandir, Gandalf, and I got to touch.
He has so many names. It's hard to keep track.
And
he's here one day and he disappeared. Where is Mithrandir? To that end, where is he?
He has traveled north to be with the rest of the armies.
The forces of Mirkwood and of Dale and of Erebor.
Yes.
Oh, speed of their travel.
That might be on us. We do not have the best record with wizards. They tend to leave us halfway through. So I do apologize.
Others.
Oh no, they're all buffoons.
You have met all of them.
One of them's about to be a fine rug.
Yep.
I beg your pardon.
The Halloweth and the
bloodstain might that sorry.
It was a wizard this morning.
You watch as his eyes go wide. The wizard was the werewolf.
Indeed, it was.
How?
Yes. Song magic, as Mithrandir would say.
That's never a direct answer. He always does this. He never gives me a direct answer.
Saruman is one of the Maya. Therefore, when he is killed, he returns in whatever form so suits him. It appears this time it was a werewolf. However, we have now skinned said werewolf. He shall not trouble us for, at least for a while.
Can he come back again? Am I in danger?
We're all in danger all the time. Yes, but not for the time being.
Give me 2 seconds. I need to text my wife my Chipotle order. I'm so sorry. There was no good way to look down and type it up.
It's okay, Faramir. You can text your wife about your Chipotle order. They have Chipotle Minas Tirith.
Can we bring? Right. I'm thinking about opening a franchise here.
This puddle of which you speak.
Imagining like a raven flies in.
Yeah.
Just
drops a burrito.
Yeah. I'm a bowl man myself, but
it's much harder for them to get their little claws on the bowl.
I'm not familiar.
What is this Elvish?
You speak.
What is this Elvish? Yeah.
Minas Tirith completely supplied and runs on burritos. So.
I dare not speak it here.
That's a canon fact now, folks.
And it's the White City, so there's loads of guacamole.
And they charge extra for it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course.
Gratuitous.
But in the Undying Lands, you can get all the guacamole you want. Ooh. It's a really beautiful place.
Guys, I was going to cut this, and now it's a bit I have to keep.
That we canonize all the stuff. Yeah. He's like, that's okay. I'll let him go with it. Oh, I have to keep it.
J.R.R. Tolkien said it. Did you not read the Book of Letters?
It was in letter number 135, dude.
It's in the lore, Don.
Yeah.
Try reading, Don.
Come on, Don.
Have you ever read any of these books?
Any.
Jeez.
I've muted her. We are going.
Beery sits up in his bed and he's like, "Aye, where is my parchment and where is our wine?"
I will say at this point, after a few minutes of talking, the parchment and there is a full cask of wine this guard brings. So you've got your necessities.
This is such a picture, by the way, because, and if I were you, Don, I would have played with this like annoyingly, because he said, carry as much parchment as you can carry. And then on top of that, he said a giant carafe of wine, and then these other things.
I said all the bacon you have.
Yeah. No.
Exactly.
You heard a lot.
I believe,
bacon.
yeah.
I believe you misunderstand me.
Yeah. So this guy, I just picture just
tilting left and right, unsure of where to balance. And the paper falls, the wine spills, and it's all covered.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Yellow.
Yeah, exactly, Don.
No, I'll say the wine is it's not a funnel, it's the stopper, whatever you call it. And you've got paper, Barry. So the paper is yours.
Okay, good to know. He's getting to work.
Okay.
Can we have
all...
by now like arranged like a circle of chairs or something? Maybe the beds are sort of set up with the two patients.
In sleepover style, we're all sitting on the beds.
Cuddle.
I've got a pillow that I'm just leaning on.
Yeah. Excellent.
Arwen's kicking her feet in the air. Like
Yeah.
No, because I want Arwen to have like a big comfy chair that's like a more comfortable throne.
Oh
you know
no,
what I
we've got
mean?
her the pregnancy pillows.
Yeah.
That she is.
Every once in a while, Tanel or Tariel like just props her pillows up a little bit.
Big throw pelts.
Yeah.
Don, this is going off the rails. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No, listen, I knew it was going to. I have notes. There are 12 lines on here, and
no,
7 of them have question marks as
Don,
possible.
I'll do you a favor. I'll get us back on track. As he's kind of scribbling some notes down, you keep hearing like little things breaking, and then he's got some tongue depressors, and he holds them up. Since we got some wine, you want to play a little game?
Beery, is this really the time?
I step in instantly down for it.
Yes! Carrie.
If this will help you heal more quickly, this is, as I call, human healing. And I look at Arwen. After all the impressive elf magic, I'm like, this is the human way.
Wait a minute. Oh, yep. It's definitely working. I'll feel a twinge.
Aragorn always said laughter is the best medicine.
Hey.
Did he also say what to do when the forces of evil are at our door?
No, but I have
play with tongue depressors.
We must do what we can with the time that is given to us.
Oh. Close. Very close.
I want you all to know that's the first movie quote I've ever done.
Really?
That is. Yeah. That is.
Yeah.
And I know it wasn't 100%, but I was riffing.
No, it was perfect. You made it. Did it dodge the technicality, Don?
Bullshit.
Hey, Tori.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, go ahead and add an extra 6 HP to the final boss. In tenacity. The rest of you are going to watch as Faramir looks around at all of you and says, I am unfamiliar, looking at you, Arcurion, with this method.
Just reaches the handful of tongue depressors at Faramir. Just pick one.
He picks one.
Faramir, I've seen such great machinations out of this incredible dwarf. I think we can spare an extra 45 business seconds to indulge him in what I imagine will amount into, some form of brilliance. I've seen it a few times now.
Well,
I understand your haste.
Just because we've never... Oh, please.
No, go ahead. Master Akirion, in the last few hours, I have seen wizards on eagles, trees in Pelennor fields, and have been kidnapped by a werewolf. At this point, nothing would surprise me. And he picks up one of the tongue depressors, and I need everybody to roll A D12.
What the hell? Are we really doing this now?
Oh my god, I've just divulged that I'm a shadow monster and we're playing a drinking game.
Yeah, I have some questions about that. Don't you worry.
The way I process and the way Beery processes is our business.
I mean, to be fair, this is probably the apt description of what would happen next.
A natural 1.
I rolled a Gandalf.
Hell yeah. Roll. Faramir's going to immediately get us back on track. Perfect.
I rolled a 3.
Faramir's like, game over.
Middle road, 8.
Same, right down the middle with 5.
7.
All right.
So,
Tariel, Faramir is going to look at you and say, Lady Tariel.
Wait,
perhaps?
have we explained the rules of the game to him?
Yeah, Beery's hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll gloss over that part. Yes, he knows the shortest stick and dice and mechanics, and he's going to look at you and say, Lady Tariel, could we not combine business with pleasure? We glean information from one another in a circle of friendship and camaraderie. I have one for you.
Okay.
There is a certain elf named Rayval who has been in my city not a day and a half, and yet he continues to ask for your presence. Who is he to you?
As soon as I understand the answer to that, I will give it to you.
He's quite fond of you.
Oh, I know. Rayval is one of my most loyal soldiers, and a poet of sorts, a poet in his heart. He's
so he
poet.
has said that he has helped me with perhaps arousing the speech of the people of Gondor as I glances down at his legs. Change my circumstances.
Indeed. He is he's surprisingly useful in a pinch, and evidently quite fond of his horse. And I'm delighted that he's alive. Mithrandir had not seen him, and so that is what I know of Rayval. That
Very
I'm
well.
willing to divulge.
Please know he is welcome, as are all of you. And in this, he kind of tries to pick himself up a little bit. He is most welcome, as are all of you. Master Beery, and he hands back the little tongue depressor.
Yeah, give me your sticks. Give me your sticks. And he's already got like 3 pieces of parchment all neatly folded and sketched on, and he's making a pile.
Cool.
Sticks.
In the interest of making sure that, because we've got more folks, it can be a little bit more expedient. I'm going to say that Faramir is going to excuse himself from rolling for this one, and whoever asks the question next would probably want to do so as well, just to make sure that everyone gets to ask, everyone gets to answer, just so we're not like, doing the same questions for people over and over again. So Faramir will excuse himself. Roll a d12, everybody.
7.
6.
5 for Anna Maria.
4.
9.
4. Okay. Tanel, 4, and Tariel, 10.
I think so.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you have any questions for Tanel?
Oh, because you did learn some things about her and Eowyn not too long ago.
That is true.
This like Middle Earth truth or dare.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
This happens on occasion.
Incredible.
I had no idea what I was signing up for, and then when I kind of sussed this out, I was like, oh, absolutely.
I'm not going to. Okay. Tanel, your parents are here.
Yes, they are.
You seemed surprised to see them. Where did you think they were?
I thought they were heading west. To be truthful, I more hoped that they were. I knew that they wouldn't actually leave without me, but I had hoped that maybe most of Lorien had gone west. I can't believe they're closer to danger after everything that happened in Lorien, and they've walked straight into it is stress-inducing.
Were your parents? Oh,
parents
yeah.
off. Sorry. Faramir's going to chime in real quick. Parents often are
Yes.
Were your parents born in Middle-earth?
It's a good question.
No. Gondolin, I think. Actually, you want to let the dice decide this story, or
yes,
do you?
Tanel was. I had not decided on her parents.
Let's let the dice decide. On a 7 or higher, they were born in the Undying Lands and are very, very old. On a 6 or lower, they were born in Middle Earth.
A 3.
A 3. They were born here.
We all hail from here.
From Gondolin?
From Gondolin, yes.
Then you and your parents have suffered much and seen much, endured much. It is not surprising to me that they would not choose to leave you at this most critical moment.
Just wish they had not walked further towards darkness.
I'm sure they wish the same of you.
We'll be mad at each other for the same thing then.
Family.
Yes.
Rollies.
Give me your sticks. Give me your sticks.
Oh boy.
Would I still roll?
Okay. Whoever asked the question will refrain. So Charlotte will hold off.
Gotcha.
Gandalf.
11. 5 for Beery.
7.
And Maria. 1. All right.
Carry
on.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. That might be the most difficult one.
Yeah.
And yep.
Oh, man. I need to really think then.
Take your time.
Yeah, take your time.
I will give you this as you prep. She is an elf woman whom you have heard the rest of the party sing the praises of up and down the coast as you are sailing. And this is the first time you're seeing her, and she's gorgeous. She's also covered in mud, hella pregnant, and not really interested in anything but resting and the wine that, because she rolled a Gandalf on, she can drink because of super womb. That was a roll we made.
Gotcha.
Super liver, weeks. I believe it was.
Super liver.
Like
super liver.
She's in
yeah. There we go.
Band name called it.
Let's see. Pressure's on. Lady Arwen, I must know your story. You've been, for centuries, for millennia, your story has been told. And now, with Aragon gone, where does that leave you now? What does the future hold for Lady Arwen?
Where indeed. Truth be told, I had never planned for a future without Aragorn. Well, truth be told, none of us had planned for this future. I cannot say, in truth, that I know precisely where my path leads me without the one who I pledged myself to. But I do know this. If Aragorn had simply passed and left nothing behind, I would have followed him in a heartbeat. But, and she kind of cradles her belly, he does live on. And so for that, I will continue to endure and hope that one day it is no longer something to endure. For now, this is not something I necessarily want spread far and wide throughout the kingdom, but I am bound by an oath, a dreadful oath I swore to the Valar upon his death, that I would see the Dark Lord felled and his death avenged. So that is what drives me now. And then may I bear my children in peace. And then we'll figure the rest out.
It seems all of us have a future entangled and a fate shared. We will, I'm sure I speak on behalf of this entire group of the Beery foursome, and that we will defeat the shadow, and I will see to it that your children, the heirs, have all the support of Gondor.
Thank you. You are noble indeed. It is heartening to see the blood of men run so strong. My father was always so doubtful about the age of men, but I look at you and I have no qualms about the new age we are about to enter into because of men like you.
And I hold up my glass of wine. Another round.
Oh,
To that.
Oh man.
My
Love
heart
it.
cannot take much more of this.
Anna Maria, go ahead and add one extra hope point to your pool. And I will say right around this time, as you finish answering the question, Tanel, Havari is going to pop into the door and just say, I'm sorry to interrupt. Tanel, Raval has offered to show me the Citadel. Apparently the view is very lovely. Do you need anything?
No, go right ahead. Be careful. Tell him to be careful.
Tariel's like,
Are we in danger?
I want to see him right now.
Oh, and you watch from
Raval?
behind the door. Lady
Raval,
Toriel,
now.
I did not see.
Oh, yes, the bard. Yeah, we need song.
Master
No.
Beery, yes,
Put your guitar away.
it's a lute.
Arwen's face falls a little bit. She kind of wanted to do this.
My Lady Arwen, and looks over at you, Arcarion. My apologies. Raval of Mirkwood, second in command underneath Lady Toriel's division of archers, also well-known bard. A pleasure to meet you. And like waiting for your name presumptuously.
A pleasure. Arcarion, son of Emerhill.
Now that is a name of ages, very strong. Are you related to someone of note? Yes.
Kirion, do not be distracted by this. I have business with my lieutenant. What are your intentions for cheese?
Excellent question.
Ooh, cheese would be delightful with this wine. Let's bring that in.
It's a different. Arwen will catch you up. It's a different kind of.
She slumps down, full pregnancy cravings. She's like, oh.
And then I nod to maybe one of the. Yeah, I nod to somebody off to the side, like, yeah.
This is so great because it occurs to me that somebody might be watching this having only started with the Brennan episode. So, Anna Maria, I'm going to explain the joke to you so everyone else can. This woman's name is Havari, which sounds like Havarti, which is a cheese. And so they have become the cheese sisters. There's this woman, Havari, and her sister. And so,
also her sister, also meat and cheese. I like to call them.
That too. You are going to watch Raval look at you and say, I confess I have not seen such cheese in the kingdom.
Havari, the girl.
Cheese?
It doesn't matter. You're giving her a tour of Gondor?
Havari's going to pipe up. You know her? I have been here slightly longer than her. It would seem appropriate to show Tinel's ward the means of the city in order to I assumed that was what I'm sorry, I didn't want to assume.
That is fitting. Perhaps, yes.
Tario will look at Tinel sort of like, we're cool with this. The moms are good. We're like
the moms are sorry, that got me. Oh my god. Tinel's still like kind of being a little closed off. She's like nods her approval.
Thank you. I'm gonna. Is it?
You're dismissed.
Thank you, Lady Toriel. I will not betray your trust.
Don't.
Nods knowingly. Gestures the door and opens it for Havari, and the two walk out. Arwen, make me an insight check. Sorry, Anna Maria is fully on mute right now, just lounging back. I'm just like,
I'm enjoying the show. I feel like I'm in
check.
this.
Yeah,
right? Same.
I just got to check with this man.
Did you say insight?
Insight, yeah.
How old is Havari again?
Havari's like mid-20s ish, I think. There's a young woman at the
I
very
thought
least.
she young 20s.
I don't think we ever like fully got an age.
I beat it by 13.
Cool. Havari has a look in her eyes that you recognize. And we are going to continue. Everybody roll me a d12.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Anyways.
What does that mean, Dawn?
You know what it means. She's
What?
got a little crush. God damn it, a 1 again?
I also got a 1.
Oh, 2 Saurons, and I'm assuming Max.
Gandalf, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Oh
so
no,
there
I
has
didn't
to be
say
a
it was an
role
Eye
where
of
he's
Sauron.
between-
I said I rolled a 1.
Wait, hang on. No, also, Charlotte, were you meant to roll?
Oh.
Because you asked the question last time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, right?
Wait, wasn't did
You
we already do
asked
that
It was
one?
Charlotte, and then it was myself.
Yeah,
Charlotte
'cause-
as
Oh,
Tori.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
It was,
you
yeah,
are.
sorry. It was
Okay.
Eric Carry-On. Eric
Yeah.
Carry-On. So
Yeah.
so Charlotte, did you roll
I rolled a
1?
1.
So
A
that is
1.
an Eye of Sauron.
No, this is an Eye of Sauron.
Yeah.
And this is a 1.
That is
Huh?
What?
What?
Have you? Wait a minute.
Do you have different dice? Wait.
What?
The Eye of Sauron is
So
the
have you
one.
been
I
playing
understand.
as if you have 2 1s?
I guess so. Maybe that's why my
Wait,
dice are
your Eye of
cursed.
Sauron might be a 12 on that particular die.
Oh
Yeah, that
my
might be
No,
god.
because I have a
different.
Gandalf.
Wait.
What?
Do you have a
Is that
7
a
on there?
13-sided
I
die?
do. I
Do you
have
have
a
an
no. I have a
E13?
12-sided. They're treating it as though there are 10. There's 10.
Tori might be right. That might be a 7 in a weird
No,
font.
the
Like
7.
No,
Charlotte-
because this is my 7.
Charlotte,
How do you
What?
have a
they changed the dice. There is a reason you have been rolling so poorly, and
I
that is
cannot believe
because
this.
you have different dice because there's an Eye of Sauron and a 1. This fuck me
Not-
sideways.
It's been a meme for this group for so long that they snuck it under.
They gave me different dice than the ones that you have.
There are
Neat.
because we got the early.
You got
I've
the early
literally been
ones.
saying it in the.
So
intro for-
everybody else who plays with this set will get the cursed dice that I have.
Yeah,
Oh.
the Eye of Sauron is the one for
I
us. We don't
understand that.
have.
I just thought you guys were also rolling with the like.
I've just been converting when I have a 12. I call it a
That's
Gandalf.
what
When I
I've
have a
been
1.
doing. I've been
Yeah.
calling a 12 a Gandalf.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So
What
what?
does
What
this
number?
mean?
So
What
yeah.
number are
What?
you
So what? Don't.
missing?
Yeah.
What does it
Okay.
mean?
What does
Hang
it
on.
mean?
Can you
Hang on.
can you
Okay,
can you
so-
count-
Let's like scroll around the die, and we're gonna see all the numbers. Let's
No,
like. Zach's
it's
got a good
D12.
question.
This
Glad
is
everyone's
am-
finally on my side with
I
this
am
one.
flabbergasted.
You've been rolling pretty well, actually. If a Sauron is an
Yeah.
11, that's like.
Look at Dawn's face.
My God.
Charlotte, your next like 10 rolls need to be with advantage. to
Yeah,
make
agreed.
the last
Agreed.
3 years.
This is
Yeah.
mind blowing.
But not really though,
Ah.
because everybody else is going to be playing this game.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Everyone else gets this dice or this die, so they'll just. I'm just giving them the authentic
That's-
I
experience,
don't
baby.
understand why they
Fucking
change. Why do they
wild.
change it? Why would you change the Eye of Sauron?
I
to
think
one?
from what I have
I think they're
found
making
from,
a distinction between a failure and a critical failure. Like a
Yeah,
1's a
there's-
failure.
A
and
one
then
is
an Eye of
just
Sauron is
A
a bad
Sauron
roll.
is ya burnt.
Oh, so it's
That's
supposed to be a
diabolical.
D10 that has 12 sides. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A D10
Okay,
12
so there's
sides
two
and a
10s and
critical
there's
failure
two
and a critical
1s.
Success.
Got
so
it.
it looks like, and I'm
That's
on a
kinda
Reddit
cool.
thread from 2 years ago, and I had to check myself because I'm like, there's no way we've been playing for 2 years. This is
We have.
irrelevant. We have. So it looks like this is a known issue, and we have different dice than Charlotte, and it now explains. If anyone's listening to the podcast, my fidgets are working overtime right now. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna roll with favor for like your next 20-ish rolls just to kind of call it even.
I don't think that's how
Because
this works.
I
It's
This is
fine.
amazing.
Don.
I think-
It's
I think-
fine.
Charlotte, I think your theory makes sense. And if it's a 1 through 10, where a Gandalf goes above a 10 and a Sauron goes below a 1, it's a moot point.
Yeah.
Like it
the
should
results
come
are
out in the
same.
wash
The
that
result
way.
is the same. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
have you been treating your ones like just a regular?
I've been
kind of-
treating my 1s as a 1. 1 is it just
Okay.
is a regular failure.
okay.
And then a
Okay.
Sauron
Okay.
is a critical failure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I feel
so it's
slightly
still,
better.
yeah, that still works out.
Okay.
And I think it gives you, for the most part, without getting very into the math, the same odds.
Wild.
Just about. Okay.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well,
Wow.
I'm just gonna randomly give you favor whenever the fuck I feel like it
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Just to make
A
up for
sprinkling of elvish.
yeah,
Thank
you.
yeah.
Whatever.
You're welcome.
you.
You're
that
welcome.
makes sense.
Comes with my
Okay.
new elvish foresight that I have.
There you go.
You know
There it
what?
is. There it is.
You're damn right. By the way, Anna Maria, Tariel has the gift of foresight now. Hasn't been brought up in games, so let's figure out how to do that.
Who's Barry
Everybody-
asking a question to?
Both
Sorry, yeah.
Hallowith and Tariel.
No, 'cause-
No, I think we
'cause
roll
it-
off. We do
no,
roll.
Rollies!
So which
Oh,
ones did
No, no,
did
Hallowith rolled
Zach
a
get?
Sauron.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I don't have I don't have my unpredicted party dice here because I've been rolling with just a regular D12 this whole time because they're in New York. So
Right.
I rolled a
So-
1.
So
So
you
your
rolled
one
a
is
Sauron.
lower.
12. I rolled an Sauron, basically.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
cool.
what I've been
So
tuning
how
as. I've been tuning 12. Yeah, anyway.
cool. Fury.
How? It's been far too long since you and I have had like a proper conversation. You've been quite like introverted lately.
Lately?
Well, it's right. I mean, this has been this whole time. As he kind of like cradles his glass with his one good hand. Now tell me. I don't know. Like, no, I feel like it's been a little bit more lately. Like you've been a bit darker. Something's amiss. Like you got some like new news or something. You mentioned something that this Gandalf character said to you. Would you mind like diving in a little bit more?
Other than the darkness that is coiling around my very soul.
I mean, that's a little heavy-handed. This is a happy occasion. Is it getting worse?
Truth be told, I do not know. I have not felt the shadow permeate my thoughts in any way. I did not know it was even occurring before Mithrandir informed me. I don't know.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Your hand.
And he'll take out with his hand with his missing finger.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys
so-
all watch as Halwith takes off the glove, shows the missing ring finger on his left hand.
Probably, yeah.
Cool.
He's an assassin.
Yeah, yeah. And
I mean, kind of is. That's his job.
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
And are we roll an insight check on like the hand and just
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's gonna like really like on the low just kind of give Halloweth a close look to see. I think she wants to know if the darkness can be like
Inspection.
felt.
Yeah. I'm not going to explain why unless you pass. Roll it with favor.
Okay. 'Cause yeah, I think she's interested in like, can this be healed? Can this be expelled?
Kind of looks, as Anna Maria, as you're doing that, kind of looks at it closely, and I mean, it stinks, that's for sure. But you're in no better place. Well, one-headed. You're in no better place, but to receive the care that you might need.
This is true, though I do miss the forests of old from way back. There was some healing which is unparalleled in that time. However, this is as good a place as any for our current situation. With regards to your question of what can we do about it now, as far as I'm aware, this darkness will abate with the destruction of the Dark Lord, as far as I'm aware.
Well, now we know what to do. All right, give me your sticks.
I just have this vision of Halloweth sitting hooded in a dark corner, petting his cat, intoning, "You mean the darkness that twines around his mouth."
Right?
Yeah, he is just, yes.
I'm pretty sure I wrote that exact line in emo poetry when I was bar for bar, that was Anna Maria, age 13.
While holding
Join
a
us for the
skull with a candle on it.
Yeah,
Right.
Join us for the Unpredicted after party where we will be reading all of our poetry from Wattpad.
Oh yeah, we're going to go through a really dangerous time, and that's Halloweth's Tumblr. Oh no!
Oh boy!
Oh my god, did he have like a black and white aesthetic blog?
Oh, you bet. He was reposting like edgy Doctor Who memes, like thinking he's
Edgy
gonna be the
Doctor
only one.
Who?
It's just it's just the quotes from the master from all of the years. It's like, maybe he was right and we should destroy the world so we can finally be at peace and the drumming can stop.
But that's in the hashtag underneath that whole quote.
Yeah. That's Tumblr.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. He's gonna give it back.
Arwen,
yeah.
In passing your check, look at Halloweth's hand, and you will notice that the wound looks remarkably similar to your father's.
Halloweth, how did you get this wound? We can like skip this if this is too like I know we've done
No. It's important.
Actually, Tario will jump in. Halowith, you don't have to answer that question if she pulls the wrong stick.
No, it's okay. I feel as though
I'm gonna wait.
after everything that happened with her father, I feel obliged to say that I may or may not have possessed and worn a ring of power.
Interesting. I'm glad you are alive.
Likewise, it was unpleasant. That there, upon feeling that sort of power, well, I felt as if I could accomplish anything. I felt as though I could take on anything and anyone. It was quite the experience. I felt like I felt as if I was my father.
Ah. Arwen reaches out a hand. She may see your hand.
The moment your hands meet, there is a transfer of what you would believe to be a Sanwei, but ever more powerful. It's not malignant, it's not anything dangerous, but it is a feeling of magic, the likes of which you're not really used to.
Can Haloweth transfer one memory of feeling at least one sight?
Yeah, go for it.
Just giving the audience just a little sprinkle of
Yeah.
flavor here.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna transfer a memory, just a vision, a picture, only about 3 seconds, of his father in a forest, smithing, specifically smithing, and being pretty bloody good at it.
Arwen places her other hand over yours, meets your eyes, and just sort of says, I understand. If the Dark Lord falls and you are still haunted, perhaps there's something we can do. And releases you.
Would Arwen know about Ale?
I was gonna see if we could let the dice decide. Anna Maria, if you would like, I'll allow you to make a lore check for this because your father is Elrond, so there's a non-0% chance you'd know about this.
Right. It's just
because it was kind of important to his backstory of Gondolin and
okay. Well, I got a Gandalf, so
of
Oh my
course
God.
you did.
Fuck
Are
yeah.
you capable of not
No.
breaking my
Yes.
game?
Oh my God. I was
Yes.
gonna, oh man.
It's
Okay.
Arwen, obviously.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Okay.
Trevor, Anna Maria,
Oh.
between the two of you and Tanel, I feel as though perhaps I'm being shafted in my DM powers of ruling over you, but you just keep rolling well. Okay. Yeah, you know immediately because you recognize his father in this memory as he smiths. This is Aol, the dark elf, father of Maeglin, the traitor of Gondolin, and the catalyst for the demise of every elven kingdom in the first age, and what eventually led to the great battle that ended that first age.
In Can't Through Osanwe, Arwen's just gonna say one more thing to you, Halowith. She's just gonna say, you remind me of Estelle. We are not our forefathers. And then she'll withdraw.
Fucking love you. Take a hope point, Halowith. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was
damn.
Oh my God.
You're like really good at this.
Also,
Cool.
I'm looking at some of Elena Kukanova's fan art of Aol and Arthel.
Yeah.
I get it, girl. I get it.
But she's so real for that. She's so real for that.
It was a bad situation, but you know what?
But like he was a bad situation.
Oh, he was the king of the emos. I get it.
Where do you think
He's
Halowith
dark.
gets it from?
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
everything.
It's been there the whole time. Anyway,
Prince
everybody.
Rude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
However,
Oh.
he has said that Aeolus's father. He hasn't said who his mother is. I'm gonna.
That's right. And he hasn't said any of
Mhm.
it out loud. So I guess this is Arwen's little secret now.
This is Arwen's little secret right now. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. All
Nell
right.
knows a little bit.
There's some hints there, and I think
Mhm.
because it's Osanwe, you might not necessarily get the full picture of what's just happened, but
Mhm.
Erkurion being the only human not connected telepathically to everybody here, there's a
Anyone not
few
in the group
seconds.
chat.
Also, Faramir. Faramir does not
Also
know.
fair. That is true. The two humans are
They're just
gonna
like,
look around. There's just this awkward silence for a few seconds as you both stare at each other and give each other facial expressions and hand the sticks back to Beery.
like
As you
Arwen and Howlith are just making really intense eye contact.
You're like, I
You're known
noticed
for
the
that.
elves do this.
As
Ariel's
Beery
looking over
collects
at
Now and
Chanel
then.
like they're doing it again. I don't.
Yeah.
Fine.
Beery collects the sticks, and now like Gorge is completely covered in piles of schematics, component like measurements and shit. And, all right, here we go. Wait, no, I set this one up.
You do. All right. I'm going to say, just in the interest of expediency, this is going to be our final roll for this game before we sort of wrap for the evening as we approach the final end of this. Everybody except Beery, roll me a d12.
I got a 9, a
Okay.
respectable 9.
11.
I'm another Gandalf.
Oh my god! Let me have this.
Someone else. I feel like someone else who hasn't gotten to talk yet could go though.
No, that's
No,
not the way the
the
game
dice
Not the
plays.
game.
decide.
That's not the game.
Because that's the thing. We leave you wanting more, and then the audience wants more of this game, and we just do that until you beat Gwai here or you all die. Go ahead.
Okay, so who's got the lowest number?
I had 4. Was that the lowest?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Anna Maria.
Turnabout is
Carry on.
fair play.
I need my popcorn.
Okay. I'm trying to. Anna Maria, the player, is finding herself in an interesting situation. Because, Trevor, you asked me such a beautiful narrative-based question, and I'm just feeling a little messy. It's 1 a.m. over here.
Understandable.
Arwen. It's above me. The dice decided. Arwen gets a naughty little glint in her eyes. She takes a little sip of her wine. And she says, how am I gonna phrase this? And she says, Erhirion, does your heart belong to anyone?
My lady, that is an interesting question.
And you don't have to answer.
No,
Arwen takes another sip of wine.
I think I paused, sip at wine as well. That is a question I've asked myself for quite some time. You see, I think my heart has belonged to duty for so long. And because remind me again, Don, what did we land on as far as Erkyrion's age?
I know it exactly, but you are, I think, mid-20s. You are the second oldest.
Yeah. So
Arwen is kind of like drunk cha-chaing.
Yeah.
He's like,
and I'm still just
I haven't had you guys roll
Drunk
awareness checks this
cha-chaing.
entire time. You're all really drunk. Let's just, at this point, you just came out of a battle. You've had some alcohol. Your friends are here. It's just a grand old time.
Arwen sees what she sees. I don't know.
Erkurion struggles to let loose. My lady, my heart has belonged to duty as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
The cha-cha.
For those listening on the podcast, Anna Maria's cha-chaing.
She's kind of loosening you up. She's having a great time.
And so I look at the wine and I swirl it and I say, but after this, who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's time that I see the sights of Erebor or walk the woods of Mirkwood and see Middle Earth. I think it long awaits me.
May we free the Dark Lord so that you are free. to explore your heart outside of duty. Cheers to love.
And I hoist my glass messily on high. She is gone. Thank God for super liver.
Hello.
Love it.
But your brother, your brother is betrothed to Avari, right? Yeah.
Oh,
We already talked about this. Your brother, and you
Beery,
said duty. But your brother
Also, I said duty.
is Avari.
well, Beery, about that.
The door pops open and Havari is saying, "Hi, Tanel. Hi. Can I speak with you?"
I'm drunk now. Are you betrothed to my brother? I must know now.
Arwen's like,
When's the
I want my narrative
we speak of
resolution.
love here tonight, and I must know.
There shall be dancing and music.
You will not lie with my family name in your mouth. Come, join us.
Very well. And she walks up, grabs a cup.
Okay.
Hand starts shaking, voice starts trembling, catches herself. My lord Erkirion, I have been dishonest with you from the very beginning. I confess it was because I thought you and your kin and the people you traveled with were dangerous, but could serve a larger purpose so that my sister and I might live.
I clasp her on the shoulder and I say, cheers to that. All is well. But all knowing, like, I don't know this woman, but it's all the thieving and putting this whole party in danger that I'm like, oh, thank God. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
My brother's not marrying crazy.
Or cheese.
Oh,
what has happened to this?
What is going on? We're supposed to be planning our final
I'm going
battle.
now. I don't know if this is if this is wine or elf magic, but there's something about this group that makes me and I coming back to my question allows me to forget for just a moment, and for that I am grateful.
Indeed.
I think around this time, you are going to hear Faramir pipe up. My lady Tariel, do you know how long it has been since we have heard the sound of laughter in Gondor? Because I do not. Please, just for one night, let us revel in the joys of life. And you can kind of tell he's very injured, very hurt. He should not be drinking, but he is.
Tariel will acquiesce, raise a glass, and cry to cheese.
To cheese!
Cheese!
Who is not betrothed.
Not betrothed.
But may yet be.
Arwen winks at Tariel.
Stop, Arwen.
The very pregnant Arwen the matchmaker kindling.
Arwen's just like she's in it. She's like like fun mom mode. She's like darting her eyes between the two of you. She's like,
the
father.
Oh my God, the duck. Oh my God, the Arwen duck.
Beautiful.
I feel like that's Arwen's expression this whole time. It's like,
but with the cat.
Yeah.
Um,
Havari, you needed me?
Yes, I was wondering if I could speak to you alone.
Yes.
Okay, of course.
Quickly, yes.
And she brings you out of the door. Raval is nowhere to be seen. If you have things to do, we can walk and talk. I just need to.
No, you're fine. What is it?
You can't tell anyone what I'm about to ask you.
Okay. All right.
Has there ever been an elf that kinda liked a human?
Danelle just closes her eyes as she asks the rest of the question.
And how long is there like a how did that work?
You heard the story. It's Baron and Luthien, right?
Baron and Luthien.
Thank you. I want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard?
Also, real quick, it is Idril and Tuor, the people that you know Halloweth has mentioned in the presence of Havari.
Yes.
So I will give you both.
Yeah, I will bring up that one. What are their names again? Because I was not aware of that one.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Tuor is the gentleman, kind of like Chris Hemsworth, Thor kind of looking thing, and Idril, who is just basically you.
And yeah, who apparently you look like, who the
Oh, fun.
audience knows that you look like, and who we may think Halloweth might have been in love with. We don't know.
We don't know. Anyway, yeah. So Tanel says, "Have you heard the story of Idril and Tuor?
No.
Or Baron and Luthien?
No.
They were human and elf who loved
and they
each other.
They who how did this how did it did they
For a time, yes. I will not sugarcoat it, but for a time, yes.
Thank you.
Did Ravel sing to you or poetry? Has he gotten any better? I suppose he has, if you are asking this question.
He's rather talented, I confess.
Wonderful.
Okay. I'm sorry to have interrupted. I just
No, you are fine. Yes. Do be careful. It will make you rash.
Okay.
Keep your head for now.
Thanks.
Can I roll an awareness check?
They have fully left the. They have
Can my
fully
elf
left
hear
the
through the
room.
door? Can I hear through the door?
Oh, you mistake.
Dawn, earlier, wasn't it her eyes that I clocked that I recognized something? Wasn't it her? That I recognized something in her? Did I see her lead Tanel away? Okay, I'll accept not having heard it. Her gears
but the gears
I
are
won't roll
turning.
if you don't want me to roll. I feel like we all saw it.
Tariel, don't you worry.
Gonna get the tea. Okay,
yes.
Then I won't roll awareness. I will say that you all will see Tariel sort of straining.
Yeah.
Hear what's going on.
Same with Arwen. She's like,
what are they doing?
Before Havari leaves,
Tanel's
gonna say, before you go, could you do me a favor?
Sure.
I need you to help me find someone who can deliver a message to the armies in the north.
Oh, well,
a fast rider, a good warrior, anyone.
Raval says they have hawks in the messages, and we can.
Excellent.
What do you want it to say?
I'll write something up. I'll bring it to you shortly.
Oh, okay. Are we okay? Are we safe?
Yes. Oh, yes, we're fine. I needed to get a message to someone. Yes, you're fine. I'll be back shortly.
Thanks. Thank you. And Tanel, would you care to divulge the contents of these letters, or would you like to wait till next episode?
Let me think about that.
Take your time. I will say, as you think about this, the rest of you are going to sort of have the festivities come to an end as Faramir joins you all in sort of the merrymaking of this very quiet, like if you picture it like a movie, right? Havari and Tanel, they're sort of outside having their own private conversation. But if you look in, there's light from the torches, there's laughter coming from it. They're cheersing and drinking and just having a moment of truly just happiness where really none have existed for a very long time. I will ask at this point, is there anything else you all would like to do non-question related to get backstory out of Halloweth?
Piss off everyone.
Yeah. Chanel will sprint back to Tariel and just lean down and go,
Tariel's ready. What?
Your lieutenant is actively flirting with my now ward, I suppose. So I feel as though you should be aware of that.
Can I roll eavesdrop?
No, you
Yeah,
hear
that
this.
wasn't
You
quiet.
hear
That
this.
wasn't quiet.
Oh, good.
I'm
It
also
seems our
imagining this as
great-
like a Renaissance painting.
Yes.
Yeah.
This whole scene.
Yep.
Just so you are aware of
Mhm.
that. I am not upset. I
Just disappointed.
No.
Sorry.
Just I'm not upset at that. I worry. And I'll just sits down next to Tariel.
Ariel's gonna think about this for a long moment, and she's gonna start to say something, and then she's gonna stop and look at Faramir. And at Beery, and at all of the mirth. She will heave a deep sigh and say, you know what? Good for them. And drain her glass.
I actually agree. I think it would be hypocritical if I dissuaded her.
She could do worse. She could do better. She could do worse.
She is very taken with his poetry.
At least she's not taken with one of Arwen's brothers.
And Tanel actually starts laughing.
Arwen giggles. She's listening the whole time.
Before we end this evening, is there anything else anyone would like to do, say, have as this moment of serenity comes to a close and tomorrow dawns?
Beery's just scribbling schematics, enjoying the company.
I will write those 2 letters really quick.
Okay.
They are short.
Go ahead and write them now. I will cover everybody else. We could potentially come to you in
You need parchment. I got plenty.
Yes, Spirit, please. Thank you. I'm so glad you're all right.
Me too. Thanks for that, by the way.
Of course. Yeah, I know this advice will go unheeded, but please just be careful.
For you, anything.
At least make yourself a helmet or something, Beery.
That is
You're going to be doing all of
excellent
those
idea.
It's not a bad idea.
aerobatics.
A helmet with a big spike at the end, and I could just kind of like point down next time.
That would dissuade people from vaulting off you. I'm just saying.
I don't remember it, but they tell me that happened. Yay.
I can only apologize, my friend. I thought you were better than you were. You make
health-wise, we didn't know that he was at 0 HP.
You wait a minute. You jumped off an unconscious dwarf?
Semi-conscious.
Semi-conscious. I did
right.
not...
So because he's falling unconscious, I don't think that semi comes to play.
No, he was actually, to be fair to him, he was very stout and very resolute. He was pretty solid. I came in, I jumped up from behind on his shoulders and then struck down and then turned around and he was on the ground.
I was out like a light, like a blown out candle, but still hard as a rock.
Well,
phrasing. It is around this time. I might cut that. Probably won't. It's really funny.
Then I won't say anything about Hallowith blowing out Beery's back.
No, you won't say it. You'll just say this.
Father God.
I will say, fucking hell, Charlotte, you are the one that make me break character most consistently, and I love you for it. But goddamn, because that was a fuck. It is around this time. You are going to hear Faramir chime in. And as Beery mentions the forge and smithing and the schematics, he's going to kind of glance over.
No peeking.
Oh, Master Beery, I confess, our forge's fires have been dim many months.
Like, okay, so we've uncovered a lot of difficult truths. And this might just have been the most difficult yet. He sits up like he was summoned in his bed. What?
Many, many months ago, there was a raid in Minas Tirith. A number of creatures on the backs of fell beasts sought to destroy what little we had, and in the process, we lost many of our food stores, and our blacksmiths were killed. We have no one here save old knowledge and old books. And so when your kin arrived, I thought it a miracle. And to sit here next to you, I think perhaps that miracle has finally come to fruition.
They're here.
They are here.
Just like looks at all of you. You know, like, he's gone through a roller coaster just now, but he looks at all of you and this is gonna be great.
I hope so. May your stout dwarven heart keep us strong through these troubled times. To all of you. And he kind of glances around as we wrap up the evening. Faramir is a bit overcome by the love and the happiness that you have all sort of shown him in the simple act of the power of friendship. I know we joke about it, but quite literally, it is the first bit of camaraderie that he has felt in quite a long time. And he's going to look at all of you and say, I owe each and every one of you my life. And I am glad you are with me. Thank you. Raises a glass. Tomorrow, we wake and plan the war. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode of the Unpredicted Party.
Are Anna
Trevor.
Maria and Trevor going to be in the next one too?
Forever. Forever.
Here's how we're going to sort of do this. Anna Maria, Trevor, you have an open invitation to join pretty much at any point until said time that the party separates. I will let you know what days we are filming. If you are free, come on back. I will also say at this time that we will have open invitations for the rest of the cast as they take their time to show up. It may be a sort of weird Avengers team up every few episodes. But as we approach sort of the final arc of the Unpredicted Party, season 1, we are going to sort of have a cornucopia of controlled chaos. Yes. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back 2 weeks from now, Fridays at 7 p.m. on YouTube, that next Monday at 7 a.m. wherever you listen to podcasts. Trevor, Anna Maria, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm so happy you all are back.
Thanks for having us back.
Thank you,
literally
guys.
The greatest. Oh my God. And for both of you to be in the same.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw 2 people that knew how to give speeches, and I thought, why not put them both in at once?
Anna Maria, it was awesome to watch you work. And also great to meet you, but you're tremendous.
Likewise, this was delightful. Let's play D&D again. So let's play TTRPGs again sometime.
Yes.
Yes. Hell yes. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be live on Patreon for the Unpredicted After Party. For those of us where it is not like 2 o'clock in the morning and they have to be up in 3 hours, we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.